Hello. Today I will be discussing about contextualizing human resource information system and exploring disadvantages and advantages. Okay. From the previous discussion, the previous report made by Sir Gerald Gallo, it focuses more on the purpose and advantages of using HRIS system. But for my report, I will be focusing on exploring the advantages and disadvantages, and hopefully I can contextualize this in the educational setting. First, at the end of the lesson, we're going to learn to define human resource information system, contextualize by relating HRIS function to educational sector, and also to discuss on the advantages and disadvantages of HRIS in the same sector that I have mentioned earlier. So let's define first what is Resource Information System, or HRIS. And basically, HRIS is a type of software that is used by the company Human Resource Department for managing records and information about their employees and the whole operation of the company, or in this case, if it's educational sector, this deals with the whole educational services, according to Cambridge Dictionary. So what is the purpose and function? First is an integrated system that is designed to provide information for the human rights decision makers. Second is system that helps HR managers to perform functions in a systematic and effective way using technology, according to Matthews of 2019. So let's also discuss about the importance of a human resource information system. For any organization to be successful accordingly, in terms of administration, this needs to be able to make quality decisions based on the accurate data. When you say accurate data, this deals with timely, relevant, and accurate. Too often in the higher education system, decisions are made without the benefit of the comprehensive analysis of the current state of the university. These decisions can lead to the misuse of existing funds, continuation of ineffective programs, or overlooking the ways to create positive change for the institution. This is why it is so important that we have the human resource information system. So let's also discuss the advantages of HRIS in the education sector. So all we know that HRIS is a general platform or technology or software that is being used. It's used by the company, organization, but in this discussion, I'll be focusing more on the educational sector. First, it eases the attendance management. Tracking teacher attendance is important as tracking student attendance. With HR software, managing employee attendance is a whole lot easier, and they can mark your attendance through the use of IP or geo restrictions, or you can also integrate biometrics in attendance devices which HRMS to capture employees' attendance. So this is very important. Why? Because attendance would give a hint or evaluation for the human resource managers to see if their employees or their teachers are really doing their bests. Of course, attendance is also being monitored by the principal itself. or those who are in charge in the administration. Second is also improved learning and development. The education system is ever evolving. Teachers must keep up with the changes, and they also expected to develop proficiency in multiple subjects to better understanding or better students' learning process. Continuous professional development is crucial for them to build the skills. Example for this is the learning management system, which is usually being used right now massively because of the nature of the teaching and learning processes, which includes in the new normal setup. One of the prominent features of HRMS or HRMIS streamlines employees' learning and development, and it supports blended and self-paced learning, allowing employees to choose the learning style that is most suitable for them. With features like e-learning, mobile learning, teachers can train wherever they are and refer learning materials wherever they need to. It suggests that right person teachers will take into account the role designated in the job description. So this is very important. Why? Because through the help of HRIS or HRMS as in general, teachers can have easy access to the learning materials. And also, learners can also link up with these materials easily. Third is makes communication more efficient. Okay, effective communication between teachers helps improve the workplace and allows your staff to stay on the top of their respective subjects. It also helps them to stay updated in all important announcements to pass to their students. With HRIS, teacher can use the internal chat system. Gaps in communication can be prevented. One of example for this is itself our class. Our professor uses alternative way of submitting materials, having the group chat in order to give instructions or other connecting links so that students can still follow with the instructions and giving um, requirements. Fourth is also it also helps employees perform better. Employee performance in education sector is essential as teachers directly involved in shaping the minds of the younger generations. With the performance of management system in HRMS or HRIS can help all evaluation tools necessary to improve your employees' performance. The continuous performance review can be conducted to help employees understand their contribution and work towards institutional goals and objectives. Fifth is enhanced query and handling process. Your employees will have several inquiries and answer them shouldn't be a difficult process for either party. With a centralized case management feature, your employees can easily get in touch with the persons who will be able to handle or track the status of the request. So, example for this is the university itself user is having a online request for the documents. So through the help of HRIS or HRMS in general, we'll be able to, for the university itself, and able to give the request um, with the students and also give updates on the status of the request. So this could help along with the need to have an online and virtual connections and also with the sending of the requirements and requests of the client or clientele in the university. Six is provide easy access to documents. Being an educator or an education sector, your employees have to deal with a whole lot of documents. This includes lecture notes, lesson plans, textbook PDFs, question papers, students' attendance records, and using a document management system, your employees can organize everything in a centralized repository access, which saves the essential or substantial amount of time and improves employees' productivity. The documents can also be shared online in approvals and reference. Example for this is with our other class, we are basically using the Google Drive, so teachers can easily upload. and give directions and give a control in terms of the submission entry of the students. So also students can also share directly to the students or to the teachers and can also comment on the general submission as indicated by the instruction by the professor itself. There are advantages of HRIS. For sure, with the nature of our new normal situation right now, um, human resource information system is really trending or in need. But let us also be careful and cautious in terms of the disadvantages that HRIS has. In order for us to have an effective decision making in an educational setting. One, as opposed to the traditional paper documents that tend to be stored in the secure locations such as locked filing cabinets in the office, information stored within the HRIS can theoretically be accessed easily and copied by third parties. Important employee personal data is potentially at risk, or the student's data, which can lead to the deterioration of the employee management or the student's university relations and legal issues with things. But according to our professors, example for this is that in the university, we're actually given a consent form as required for the as required by the uh, privacy or the law that intends to have that one in order for the provisions of the rules and regulations of data handling. So in the university, according to our professors, we're actually safe, right? We're actually safe in terms of where our data will be used. Of course, our university really try hard or secure all these necessary precautions for us or for our data to be stored and be used properly. Second is over reliance on the statistics. SRS typically tracks all teachers, students, employees related information and can generate meaningful short, medium, and long-term statistics. However, these numbers are not always the best way of evaluating employees or the students or teachers itself, as certain aspects of their work can be observed through the direct interaction. That is why um, if teachers or the administrators, like principals, would like to see the performance of the teachers, they need to observe in class. The statistics, of course, can provide you nominal data for this, but for us to be able to have a complete analysis on the performance of the teachers itself or the students, statistics can help, but we need to observe directly. Third is expensive software system. Management decision to purchase software system provider needed to align to the financial capacity and the immediate goals it faces. Of course, the software itself is so expensive. So schools or institution need to weigh if they have really the capacity, the financial capacity to buy sort of those platforms or the software. Some schools faced with the pressure of creating seamless system for learners harness the potential of HRI system. But taking note of the disadvantages exposes the organization need to consider and create room for development and human resource management effective, not to the reverse. That is why the administrators need to weigh on the financial capacity because it's too expensive and it doesn't align to the overall visions or goals of the institution, it will defeat the purpose of having or accessing HRS system. In conclusion, human resource information system potential contribution to boost or aid potential decision making. And crucial decisions are meant if HRS data are accessible, but there are negative or disadvantages that the human resource experts should see in order to create and make informed wise decision. Making the wise decision is always right decision with the aid of human resource information. And these are my references for this report. Thank you very much.